Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. I just want to take a minute to send our condolences to the 67 or 69 souls, lives that were lost in the plane crash up in Washington, D.C. between the helicopter and the airline. My heart has just gone out to the family. I think about, I worked for the airline, retired from the airline, and how landing was like the best part for me, and especially Washington, D.C., you kind of ease over the water and then you land and you're there. And they were already in that landing mode and thinking about what they were going to do when they got home, and they didn't make it. And so it's a sad time. And it's been difficult in America since January 20th. We got a lot going on, but by the same token, life still goes on. And as much as we feel such pain in our hearts for the family, they still had to open the airport today, and people still had to fly out, and those families are hurting. So we send our love. In the meantime, we're super aging. We're getting older without getting old. Even more so now because that kind of tragedy hasn't happened in the United States in some 20 years. But people have car wrecks and cancer and health issues, and people leave unexpectedly. And it's just ongoing. It's part of life, which is why I'm so excited about the life we do have. The life we have now, the life we have today, that we're here, and God spared our lives. And He spared our lives for a reason. I hear a noise. I don't know what the noise is. Something different going on. I'm not quite sure what that was. I apologize. But anyway, He spared our lives for a reason. Every day that we're here is a spared life. And I said and made it my mission, not my mission, but I felt, God told me to just get on here and talk about my life. Things that have happened to me that haven't been the best. I could talk about a few more things that people know, that know that I know, but I haven't gotten myself to talk about it yet. But I will bring myself to discuss some things that'll help somebody on the other side of the screen. And I feel motivated and encouraged, and stay in prayer on what I'm to say. Many times I've said, I've held this book and I've said, getting older without getting old. I talk about super aging. I have nothing in my mind. As soon as I get to the end, I hear something, a whisper in my ear. God will say this, say that, say this, say that. And so, no, I don't have a script. I operate on what, if I don't feel it, I don't know. And sometimes I just come and sit in the chair, like I said, and I start the show because I know He'll tell me what to say. And so right now we need to calm ourselves. And I'm not a theologian. You all know that my daughter and my son-in-law are reverends. The Reverend presiding elder Raymond Swafford of the AME Church, and my daughter Reverend in Evelyn Sanders Swafford. But I do try in my little bit as a Christian and someone who's been on the journey to just talk to you about what we need to do right now. America needs to calm down. We're talking about calming down. Today was it was stunning. The response was stunning. The press conferences, I got a good friend, Bill, that says things are stunning, and it's been stunning all day. And so it came to me 9 ways to calm yourself when life is getting tough. And yes, I did. This is not Georgianne's original. I found this on another platform, TikTok actually. 9 ways to calm yourself when things are getting tough. And one of the ways they talk about is walking. Walking helps clear your mind. It offers you a different perspective. So it says walk. Go take a walk. You know how I used to say, go take a walk? I'm not trying to get comfortable. Something just off center today. But people go walking. And I like walking. Just my neuropathy is so bad. So what do? I just go stand outside in the woods and talk to God. I look up and talk to the trees. I thank the trees and the birds. Even when it's cold, I step out there just a few minutes. In the back, not on the front, but in the back. Because I right now, walking is an issue for me. Many of you know that as much as I don't want to have that cane, I need it. And so I walk with it. And I don't go places where people know me. I go other places because I haven't brought myself to go to many places where I know people on the cane, because there's something about people get a different kind of, I don't want people to feel sorry for me, I got neuropathy, that's just it. And I've got that through cancer. The chemo was so bad this last time. The byproduct was a neuropathy, and I live with that. And that's why I talk to you about Georgian when I'm talking about things. See, I've been on walk, and there's 9 things. We just on walk, you see. But I just want to share with you what goes on with me to help what goes on with you. Anything I could do to lift up. So if you're on a walker, and then, we have some chair exercises. If you went into my description, you saw my chair exercises. And then if you can do the line dancing, if you can get out and dance, maybe you can't get that walk in, but you can go somewhere and maybe having something going on in your building. If you're in a senior high rise, and the most you can do is go to the floor and make 2 or 3 steps. Just say the thing. Sometimes I just move. Georgia just move. Now I haven't felt the best today. Today wasn't. The day was a challenging day, very much so. But I'm grateful, and I want to thank Anita K. Johnson for coming by here bringing me some food for all of us to have. So I thank you. So let's talk about the next thing, which is Georgiana didn't do this right. Indulge. Take a day off to spend the whole day exactly doing what you want to do. Okay, indulge. I used to call that a mental health day. Do people still call it that? I don't think that sounds good. I think that is something about it when you say mental health day. I don't think that's politically correct anymore. But when I came along, we called taking a mental health day. Just take off. Right now, you know what, America? We all need a vacation. That I could sum all these 9 things up. America needs a vacation, and we need a vacation from the hatred and the cynic answers, the answers that people have been giving, and the negative responses people, and the as you all said, throwing shade, and it hasn't been good. It hasn't been a good feeling in the America that I've grown to know. I know several Americas because I am 82. I've lived through many Americas, but this America right here is just there's a underlying theme of hatred and hatefulness, and we're not gentle and kind and love that neighbor. I don't know what happened with that. And so we got to calm ourselves down, or we're just going to be in a frenzy. Somebody's going to pull a gun when they shouldn't pull a gun. And that's a lot of that's going on. People are so angry now, they just take the gun out. You don't blow at anybody anymore, because they get out their car and come and shoot you, because people want to kill. They watch maybe the games, when you're doing the games and you kill, get this whole kill thing going on, Kill Bill thing going on. And they have, that's overlapped into the reality. That's fiction has overlapped into reality and just shoot you now. And so we have to be careful, all of us, as we're trying to calm and be calm ourselves. When we're taking this indulgence time, mental health day, a time off. But I think we all need a vacation. America needs a vacation. I'm going to put that down as my theme today. America needs a vacation, because we've been pushed and prodded and probed and misunderstood, um, victimized, and it's just and it's across the board. It's on every level, and America doesn't deserve that. This is a great country, and if we would go ahead and be great the way we were in terms of working together, collaboration, and remaining where we were um, with the guardrails we had in place to be inclusive, we were moving along. I don't know what we're doing now. Anyway, there's a third thing. We may not get 9 today. Be silly. Sometimes I just turn on something and just laugh. A good laugh. We need a vacation and we need a good laugh. I think I'm gonna write this in when I write this. We need a vacation more than anything. America needs a vacation. America needs a vacation, and America needs a good laugh. We need a good laugh, not after this tragedy, but we just need to. We need to just laugh. And this list is saying, this list that I got here, is saying be silly. Sometimes you see people do silly things. You skip along or make a joke or, grab your partner and just laugh. Are you ticklish? Let's just, make some cookies or do something you don't normally do. Just be silly. Because we just gotta change something with the cobwebs in here. We gotta move them around. Get some life back into our lives. We need some life back in America. This is supposed to be 9 ways to calm yourself, but I'm gonna turn this into 9 ways to calm America. We need to put life back into America. The America, you say, well, everybody has a different perception of America. Some people right now think life is bad. There's been some hateful discussions on Facebook. I put up on Facebook positive, as much positive as possible, but I don't want to get in an argument with somebody, some bigot, or some white supremacist. I don't want to do that because you don't know anything about me. I don't know anything about you. And so why are we going to have this argument when we got diametrically opposed already? Why are we wasting that kind of energy? I rather put my energy into something that's going to help my family and help the people that I know in my community, and then move forward with what we're doing. So after the 4 years, we'll still have something going on. During the COVID, I told my friends, I said, listen, at the end of COVID, you better have a project already done. And we had things done. We made great strides during COVID. In the midst of the sadness and the complications of trying to make a decision on what was best for America, my crew, my family, my friends, we stayed on point. And that's what I'm saying now. We're talking about calming down. You got to stay calm so you can stay on point. Did I do 3? Be silly. Number 4 is prioritize. Decide what's important. You have to prioritize. We do have to prioritize. You got to make up your mind. What's number 1? Really, what is it you really want? What is it you really want to do, baby? Huh? How do you want this life to go? Because you're 53, you got a long ways. I retired at 52 and I'm 82. So that's 30 years I've been retired. And so you're 42. You're 73. You're 67. You got time. There were all kind of ages passed away on that airplane. All kind of people didn't wake up this morning. We don't have to talk about the horrible tragedy that happened. We could talk about just going to sleep and not waking up. We could talk about just going to the corner in the car and somebody runs a stop sign. Life go out like that. It goes out like that. And so many people spend their energy in such a negative way. and working against people. I never understood how you could take that energy and work against people. Just make up your mind that you are going to work against the person because you just don't like them and you don't want to see them get ahead. And how dare you be something without me approving it first? So many people have made themselves God. I don't understand because I got one God. I don't know. There's so many gods out here. Y'all be careful of the gods you run into, and remember who your God is and who's sitting on the throne. You see, so what's number 5? Priorities. Okay, number 5 is revisit an old hobby. Oh yeah, okay, so I sing, so that's not an old hobby. But my other hobby is I paint. Guess people didn't know that. I don't even think my daughter knew that. I painted when I was married to her father, so I like to paint. And so get you some oils or watercolor. I don't know what your medium is. Or if whatever else. I like to sew also. I bet you didn't know I did that either. I love the sew. I love the design. Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful for God's talents that he's given me. You see, if I had my way or the money that I would like, it's not the money, I'm not going to say that, but let's just say I had everything with no problem. I would have a huge room. I think I've said this before. A huge room. And every corner of the room would be all the things I like to do. I would have it all in one space. So when I walk in, I would walk into one of them. And then I would have an assistant at each one of those to finish the project for me. As I come in with thoughts, I would give, like my design. I have Chalet. Yeah, Shalala. Okay, well, anyway, she's one of my students. And she has now designs that are going to be coming out at Macy's. I'm just so proud of her. I would have somebody like her. She wouldn't be. I would probably be her assistant. But I'm saying that to say that, I would have a room, a space, and have all my stuff. I have it here where I am now. I got this for this and space over here for that and something over here, but it's not enough for me to spread out. Especially sewing. You have to have a sewing table. I don't have a sewing table, and my sewing machine hasn't been out. I would like to have it out, and shiny, and fixed up and ready to go. These are the kind of things we revisit some of those hobbies. You might crochet or whatever it is. Just go and try to do some of that. Was that number 5? Number 6 is journal. Now, I'm not this person. Some people like to journal, like to write. I do write, but I write ideas for my next idea, my next book, or my next something. But journaling, that's something. You got to want to do that. You got to like to do that. If you like to do that, then do it. You know what I said? The dollar store, $1.25, baby. You can get all the little notebooks you want and write in them. And sometimes it's therapeutic for people to write in the magazines. I write things down in a journal. And some of those journals turn into books. You see, so I would just start journaling. Some things I wish I had done. This is the later day journaling. YouTube. Okay, TikTok. This is today's journaling. I'm gonna call this my journaling. So yes, this is my journaling, but there's other people who like to write it and get you a book and write it. So that's number 6. Number 7 is keep going forward. I talk about that so much. I'm about blue in the face. All right, keep going forward. That is easier said than done. Let me tell you why. I could not sleep last night. And so I didn't. And I stayed up. I had to meet. I needed this morning. And so I just stayed up. Now, I should save that for the last one. Because I think the last one was sleep. But I didn't feel like it. You got to keep going forward. Keep taking small steps no matter what. Being stagnant doesn't deserve you. You don't deserve to be stagnant. And let me tell you something, baby. Stagnant is, that's a good point. I can feel it. That's a good thing. Stagnant is in the air. Stagnant is acting like it's trying to move in. I'm telling you, can you not feel it? I can feel stagnant. I'm so glad I said that because stagnant is moving in and has moved in America. I think so because people just, what? Okay, people lost their jobs overnight, in a second, in a minute. Now I'm confused because now they're saying that some people have not lost their jobs, to still go to work, uh, remain on the job, continue to show up. I don't know who's there, who's keeping up with your hours, who's keeping up with what you're doing, what is being done anywhere, baby. Is anybody working? And if you are working, what are you doing? I know the people outside the United States. I have people who watch my show outside the United States. Hello, Canada. How you doing? Hello, South Africa. How you doing? All right, hello, Britain, Great Britain. How you doing? I think and hello, India. How you doing? All right, so let me speak to my international, all other international people that I may not know, but that's what my analytics tell me where I am right now. But my point is, what is happening? What are we doing? What's going on with us? I, we we stagnant. We're not going forward. You got to keep going. It was hard for me to, after being up 24 hours. It was very difficult. I got a lot going on in my head. Bless you. I got a lot going on in my head. I have a lot going on here. And I let it take over. And that's something too right there, baby. You can't let all of this that's going on take over. I'm telling you not to do it, and sometimes I do. I'm human. I talk to God and I say, I'm human now. You made me, and I got some human frailties, and I got to take care of some of that human frailties that are not correct. You see, and so I have to put my own self in check. But in the meantime, in between time, you got to keep going forward. The 8th one is strength. Write down and list 10 of your strengths. What's your strength? I got some strengths, but you may not agree. So let's talk about yours. What are your strengths? What do you know? You know that you know. You know how to do. You know what to do. You know when to use it. I mean, some of y'all got that. I used to have that dazzling smile. I put that smile on you, it was over. Okay? Or I knew how to just talk to people. I love when I worked at Delta Airlines and got to the right department. The first department was the right department, but it was the wrong reception. The people in the public relations at Delta Airlines, having a black woman come up in there that was educated with a master's degree, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, they were like age to the no. Not everybody, but it was a one person in there that wreaked havoc for the next 3 black women. He gave us hell. I don't know where he is today, but I hope he's happy because we didn't stay. They got rid of me, got rid of the next person, and the next person. And I had to go work somewhere else. I just fumbled my way around, treated like I didn't have any education. I can tell you some Delta Airlines stories, just can. I can. But it wasn't everybody. But we know when you first start integration, you know what happens with some of that. There's always somebody that just don't want you to be there. Now, I'm trying to figure out, are we back? I'm not going back to some stuff. I don't know about you. But anyway, there's some stress. That didn't probably go with stress, but that just made me think about, I love being in that department. I love where I retired. I retired from the training department. Oh, my late Sandra East Jackson. That was a beautiful soul, a beautiful woman. And we worked together so well, so professional, so smart. And we loved each other. We did. But you know what? She loved just about everybody. We all loved her. We did. You see, and so I was happy there. I was happy at the airport. I had 5 languages. I was some kind of something. I love speaking all 5 of them. I just rolled it off. What you want, whatever we needed in whatever language. That was my forte. That was a strength. You see, you have to find your place. So I was glad to one thing, though, that Delta Airlines allowed me to find my place because I finally found my place. And mainly they kicked me out from over there at corporate America because I told somebody what I was going to do. She said, one more thing. I told y'all that she crossed that line. I don't let nobody white say nothing to me like that. And then I got to the airport and they upgraded a woman. A black man gave her upgraded her. Gave her an upgrade for calling me colored. He said, well, you shouldn't have reacted. What the what? Don't even talk. I can tell y'all some stories, you see. We've been through some stuff. And because we have been through it, we know how to just let it roll off. I let it roll off. So the last thing to calm yourself down and sleep. Well, I can go to my sleep story now. I was up all night. I couldn't get my brain to stop because I know a lot that's going on with me and my family and all that. I couldn't get over those people on the airplane. I was on that airplane all night. All night I was on the approach. All night I thought about how many times I have been in Washington, D.C., how many times I've landed right there. I couldn't get that out my head. I couldn't get that out my head. You see? And so you gotta have sleep. I couldn't sleep. And that's what we do. We get ourselves bogged down. I don't know anybody on that airplane. But they were human beings. And they were young and old and different ones. And all I could think about was the water and the cold. I taught school up in Washington, D.C. I know the Potomac well, you know? And it just took a lot out of me. And that's where we sometimes we just mess up. You got to get your sleep. You know, you got to just turn it off. You got to know how to turn it. I can see why people go to drinking because I thought about my Crown Royal. I did. Crown Royal over 1 cube of ice. I said, no, Georgianne, don't do it. I like Crown Royal over chocolate ice cream. That's a whole nother one. I know you all out there say, what'd she say? Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. Crown Royal over chocolate ice cream, Baskin Robbins. Anyway, in the meantime, in between time, we have got to calm ourselves down. And it's the calming of America that's important to me right now. Because I don't want to ride by somebody and they ride up on me, and because I don't look at them and smile, they get the gun and shoot me. Or somebody's so angry or arrogant that they say, well, I can get out of jail. You know, if there's some people who think they have a get out of jail card, and because they have a get out of jail card, they're gonna treat everybody. We just need to be careful. We need to be careful how we're moving. We're talking about 9 ways to calm yourself down, but it's the calming of America. I started this week really with building a trilogy, and I hope you have the 3 people, the 3 ideas, and the 3 plans. And then, you know, on yesterday, I think it was one day already, I talked about how emotions can harm your body. I haven't had to go down this road, but I've gone down this road because you can feel it across, you can smell it, and you can feel a different electricity. You can feel a different vibe in America. You can feel a different something. You feel like something is not right. Remember, we had it all smoothed out, and now it's back. It's like a cancer. I had cancer, so a curse, a dark cloud, and those poor babies. That airplane just put the icing on the cake for me for the dark cloud. And the weather. Let's not talk about the weather. You know, so, you know, we're not putting everything on God. There's a song, God is trying to tell you something. Black people know. Black people, we know what we need to do to make this thing better. And we need to collectively and collaboratively do that. We got to do it not for them, but for America, for us. We know what we need to do. We know how to do it. You know about the closet. You know about Big Mama. You know about Auntie. You know what we need to do. You know about saging. You know about saging. You know what we need to do. We're going to need to go back. Those who can get on their knees, we need to get on our knees. If I get on my knees, I'm going to be down there until Jesus come back. So, you know, but if all those who can get on their knees, we need to get on our knees. We got to pray. And then we got to be vigilant, and we got to watch. And it's the watch part that makes why I had to do this right here. The watch part. You got to watch and pray and look over this shoulder and look over. That's not the way to live, but that's the way you better live right now. You better. We got to live like that right now. Just a little bit. We got to live like that right now. To just be careful. Just watch your step. Watch your conversations. Watch where you're going. Watch what time you go. You know, used to be a song, "The freaks come out at night." You all remember that? Well, it's different times of night. There's night and there's night. You say, well, it's dark, but it's early, but it's dark. And we got people who move in the dark. And depending on where you live, watch your movements. The calming of America is what we need. I don't have the answer. If I could just take a wand and calm America, I would. If I could calm you, I would. I'm doing the best I can on a slice of life to give you all I can. So it'll be better. And hopefully it'll be better. I'm way past my time. I don't do 30 minutes anymore. But you know, I love you. You know that. You know, I usually hold up this book more than once. But in order to do this, in order to get here where we're trying to get, this is where we're trying to get. But how we gonna get there? We dead, shot out. How we gonna get there? We got to do something about trying to get there. And the only thing I know is to come on for me to share with you as much information as I can to help you on the other side. You know I love you, and you can't do anything about it.